What's going on with the two, man? It's your man Trucker AB with another video for y'all. And the video is basically saying, you know what it takes to be a trucker, how to use your strengths to make it work for you. And this is something that you gotta know for yourself, what you're good at. You know, to my experience so far, like I said, I'm not a seasoned trucker, but I know what it takes so far to be, for my little bit of what I been doing well so far. You understand what I'm saying? And this probably not gonna relate to everybody, but whoever it relates to. You know what I'm saying? I am coming from New Jersey. Got a load to bring to Georgia. And guess what? I live in Charlotte, so I'm gonna be taking the 77 down to 85s, and I'm only got like 6 hours on my clock. But I will make it there in around probably like 4 hours. So I'm gonna do a reset at home because it had to be delivered anytime tomorrow. I'm halfway through the journey, so by the time I get home, it's gonna take me 2 hours to get there.
Sharp right
So
onto
I'll
Ridge
just
Road.
shut down tomorrow. I'll have my reset sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna be there by 10 o'clock, 24 hours from now. Tomorrow, that'll be around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. That'll be 24 hours, 10 hours after that. So my reset should be set probably right around tomorrow at 6, 7 p.m. or something like that. Something like that. But I know I'll have enough time to deliver this load by 12 a.m. So give me some time to pack my truck up and get my truck situated. But I'm coming home for a couple of days for Thanksgiving, so that works. But I just wanted to say, let me not get off topic because I could easily do that. I just want to say, man, you gotta have one thing it takes in trucking is patience. Know how to
I-64 West
do
toward
quick
Lexington.
planning. It's not really hard. You understand what I'm saying? Just know the time. No, it's know your 10-hour break and all that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the clock. Saying and doing is completely different. When you start doing it, you learn a lot. If you like to drive, I tell anybody this: if you want to be a trucker, you gotta like to drive. So anybody that like to drive their cars a lot, anybody that like big vehicles, things like that, yeah, it's I think it will favor you. And this is my opinion. I know it favored me because friends I grew up with, they say, "Man, you've been a driving ass dude, bro. You've been driving forever," you know, which I did. Like, I've always loved to drive manual cars.
Onto I-64 West.
I always love to drive manual cars and whatever. I just enjoy driving from an early age. You know what I'm saying? I remember stealing my father's work van. You know, because while he's at work, he'd leave his work van at home because that's a side hustle van. And if I cut school or something like that, we in that van, we gone. No license, no nothing. But I just wanted to drive. You know what I'm saying? So I remember at an early age, I even got behind the wheel and drove the van. That's just because it's to do it, because you want to drive. So I figure like people that have that kind of mindset, trucking could be an option for you. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, if you're fascinated with trucks, like if you like them Peterbilts with the stacks and all that, with them 18 speeds and stacks and all that, you know what I'm saying? You want to hear and all that with the Jake and all that, which is cool. I like it too, but you know, that's not really my speed. I like new stuff, but they still cool. I mean, I think it's still awesome. You feel me? Yeah, but that's the thing. You gotta be fascinated by stuff. I feel like you're supposed to, like, if you go to get into trucking and you going all the way, like it. Some people really just look at it as just getting money. You know, they don't care about what the truck look like. They just want to make sure it works. Always been particular with what I drive because I like driving. That's just me, you know. You know, some people they're particular about the clothes they wear. Some people, like me, coming from New York, you know, like dudes just got to be fly for no reason. Broke as hell, but fly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like to look okay, but I'm not. You know, I'm not gonna go out my way and go buy the most expensive shit for nothing, you know? But when it comes to cars and vehicles, I'll spend money on that. I think everybody got an expensive habit, you know? That's why I know with trucking, I'm okay to at least purchase a brand new truck. It's expensive as hell, but that's what I like, you know? I wasn't gonna do it unless it was brand new. I mean, like, I was willing to wait. If they have one available, I got it. It's one of them things, you know. Some people ask me like, "Hey, why did you do lease purchase with Western?" If y'all know my backstory, like some fathers know my backstory, but my backstory is pretty much as I was with Swift and I got fired for getting stuck in mud. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, I got stuck in mud. They a lot of people didn't want to hire me around a certain amount of time. The point is, I wanted to get right back on the road. Western and another couple companies, I think CRST, whatever, something like that, Covenant and Western. But Western was way more responsive, and not only that, they had the Northeast Regional, which I know I could get home easier to do my research. Like in this prime example, because I'm about to go through a reset right now. I get to go home, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit, a day and a half, you know what I'm saying, which is fine, you know what I'm saying. So that was the option, and I like how, I didn't know why, like, I can't say I like, because I didn't know how to get in it, but so far, I like how they go about it. You understand what I'm saying? They're not, whatever, I'm not here to talk about Western. I'm just talking about pretty much what it is to be a trucker and how it, you know, how you use your strengths with it. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you just gotta know your strength, man. If you're a good person that it takes what it takes to be a trucker and good at certain things, I understand. Well, my opinion, you definitely gotta know. You gotta want to drive, and you gotta like to travel. You know, what the ideal situation is, if you have if you're a couple. If you're a couple and y'all both love driving and y'all both got your CDLs, y'all should do teams. Y'all make a lot of money together, and y'all get to see the country. You know, y'all can do y'all research wherever you want. Because if I had a team person, a person that willing to do teams with me, I'd do OTR. You understand what I'm saying? I'll do OTR and go crazy. You feel me? But I don't know who I will have around me that I will be able to do that long without there being friction. You know, you gotta be really. I mean, that's just one of them things. You know, you're in a tight space. I'm a big guy. You know, it's comfortable for one person. It's comfortable for two people if you're in a couple. It's fine, because you can tolerate that person. You know, y'all could get in the back and sort your issues out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, because people get lonely. You know, we do live in a time where you're not that lonely because you can FaceTime and, you know, you're accessible to whoever you want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been a loner, kind of, by myself for a while, so. You know, that's another thing too. You got to be able to be by yourself. If you're not comfortable with being by yourself and know how to take care of yourself by yourself on the road, basically, you know, just know how to take care of yourself on your road, don't do it. You're going to struggle out here. Because one thing I learned about trucking too is it's expensive. Even if you don't know how to improvise or know how to like make meals for yourself or do a little food shopping and set yourself up. Because if you're going to buy food every day, that alone will tell you what. These truck stops not cheap. There's perks you could get. You understand what I'm saying? There's definitely perks you could get, like, you know, Western have their account with Pilot, so I get a lot of awards and points and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of times I get stuff for free because I'm always shopping there. You know, I done gathered up like 300 points at one point. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I used some of them points to get my inverter that I just got installed professionally, so I won't have no issues. You know. But that's what I'm trying to say, man. You just gotta know how to try to be smart with your money, especially if you're doing lease purchase and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're doing company, you know, make some goals. Make some goals. You know, some people is okay with just driving company and which is fine. I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it. It's safe, you know. But they also pay you bare minimum of what you can really get, you know. And that's only with mega carriers like Western and, you know, Western make you hustle, but you gotta be in Northeast Regional, and I touched on that already. But places like Swift. Now I look back at Swift, right? Swift will start you up at 38 cents per mile, and there's a sliding scale behind that too if you go a certain way. But you will have to really drive hard to make money with Swift. Now I look back at it. But you know what I've been thinking about? Because I feel like I'm always giving advice, you know, which I don't mind. You understand what I'm saying? Or keeping people motivated. Maybe I should try the training thing. The good thing with training, you don't all have to do the training, and it's really good money. And while I'm doing this lease purchase, why not? You know, it'll probably help me get to my goals faster. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should bite the bullet and try it. I'll probably start it in January, the new year, and try to see if I can do the training. It can't be that damn hard. I think they ask you to do a pre-trip, which is the most simplest shit alive. You just gotta know what things are, pretty much. Yeah. So that's all I pretty much got to say about that. Just know, man. Just know before you get in trucking. A lot of times, you know, people in comment, yeah, I'm about to start orientation. I think a lot of people get into this don't know what they're getting into. Some people don't last there for the first month. Some people are not willing to be away from home at long periods of time. You understand what I'm saying? And to be successful in trucking, well, on the road trucking, you gotta be away from home. Not saying you can't get a local job, but to make money with a local job, you gotta have experience on the road. To my understanding, unless you got a hookup. Again, if you got the hookup and you know you got somebody that could hook you up, so be it, you know. But that's an ideal situation for you. I mean, that's usually not the situation for everybody else, you know. Study the game, man. Study the game. You know what I'm saying? Life is a game altogether. So trucking is just one of them things. As you can see, look at all these trucks on the road, man. It's 5:40 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And I started like 2 hours ago. You feel me? And I saw nothing but truck. I'm on the I-81 right now. I'm in Virginia. Yeah, I should be by the 77 in like maybe an hour and a half, if that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. It's just, you know, you could do it. Go and do trucking is, you know. Another thing too, these new vehicles, these new trucks they have out here, they making it easy for us, man. Cause not saying that I drove the old vehicles, but my school I went to, and we had to drive that old Columbia. That's why I trained on an old Columbia, like a 2000 Columbia with a 10-speed. You feel me? That's why I trained on. And I tested out on that truck too. And I don't know. I would have been like, what the hell? I mean, they didn't let us float gears now like that, but that double clutch shit is whack. And it just I don't know. I just, then again, it wasn't set up for me. I'm really tall and I'm a big guy, and the way the clutch is set up, the clutch is all the way high up. Maybe the newer truck. I haven't drove a manual newer truck yet, so I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You know. But anywho, to all these new guys that's thinking about coming in trucking, man, really think about these things. Think about you not being from home. Think about what you're good at, like what does really work for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Will you really be drive at night? Some people don't want to drive at night. I mean, there's ways to do it, but if you have a load that gotta be delivered at 10 p.m., you want to drive at night. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Unless you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be late. You know, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's things to think about. You know, all that. So it's a really adult thing. You know, you gotta be really in tune with yourself, knowing that you'll be alright. If you have a partner that can help you out, if you're trying to do your own thing, that's really great. I want to touch on something too, and I didn't want to make the video too long, that I'm kind of dragging it. But on my next video, I'm not gonna drag it too much because most people ain't gonna watch no damn 18 minutes unless they want to watch me drive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna talk about relationships on my next video. And my next video, I would definitely talk about relationships and how relationships could work. And that's just my experience. Alright, y'all? Y'all be blessed, man. Subscribe, bro. Share it. Whatever, if you like this video and all that stuff. I do appreciate if y'all watch right through it. But, you know, I know we live in a society where we got fucking nobody's attention span is that long. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. If somebody watched this full video, right? If somebody got a full video and watched the full video, let me know. I'll holler at you.